I built an AI system that allows me to automate my sales process from end to end. This probably saves me at least 2 hours a day, and I'm confident that anyone that has a high ticket product could benefit from this type of AI workflow. And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to build a custom solution that lets you put your sales process on autopilot. So first and foremost, I run a business that I help other businesses building AI solutions into their business. So it looks different depending on the industry and the vertical that we're working in. But at the end of the day, everyone needs more AI in their business. It's something that we all need. It's just a matter of how do I actually get this into my business? And so I wanted to build solutions inside of my business so that I could understand more about the impact to the bottom line, time saved, etc. So let's go ahead and get into it. When it comes to generating leads, one thing that I have been doing is a very interesting use case. So I signed up for this website called Welcome to the Jungle, okay? And Welcome to the Jungle basically just has you input a lot of your information in terms of what your skills are, your expertise, what type of jobs you're looking for. And actually the jobs you're gonna see in this example are marketing jobs because I used to run a marketing agency. And I still do help businesses with their marketing. But anyways, as an example, you'll see Brex right here, okay? So they're looking for social and community lead, etc. So what I've done is I've set up this infrastructure inside of Clay AI. And basically, I'm gonna walk you through how this works. So first things first is I get a job notification. So let's just call it a job post. So if you think about the workflow, the first thing that comes in is the job post. So Welcome to the Jungle will shoot me an email. Hey, you have a senior brand marketing manager job post from Chime. Okay, so that's great. Job post is there. There's intent. They're looking for this. And what I was doing at the time is I was emailing these people hiring for marketing help. And I would say, hey, saw you're hiring for this. How about instead of paying $130K for this role, you pay $60K to me. We get better results. You don't have to pay for benefits. You don't have to train someone. You don't have to manage another employee. And it worked quite well. So step one is the notification coming in. And by the way, you can extrapolate this out to basically any manual process that you're spending a lot of time on in your business. And by the way, if you want help on it, book a call with me in the link below, and I'm happy to walk you through how AI can fit into your business after a quick audit. So the job is posted. From there, what I need to know is who's the CEO of the business, who is the marketing manager of the business, who's the hiring manager of the business. And so what's going to happen next is it's going to pull data. So I'm in this particular use case, I'm pulling data for who is the CEO, who is the CMO, and who is the hiring manager. Okay, great. So we've got this information now. I need to know who they are. I need to know their LinkedIn profiles, and I need to enrich that data with their LinkedIn, and I need their emails. Okay, so from here, I have pretty straightforward. I have the job post. I have data of who is in the company that I want to speak to. And then I have enrichment data for how to actually reach out to these people so that I have tangible ways to reach out. So in Clay, you can do a lot of really, really cool stuff. I mean, there's a lot of different solutions, but I like it for automating AI workflows in particular. And so what this looks like on the inside is, this is not a, let me just show you. Yeah, so this is not my final workflow. I'm not actually showing that one because it's got some proprietary data in here, but this just kind of gives you an idea. So what'll happen is in this Clay workflow, after this notification is hit, what happens is it goes and pulls the URL data. And so from the URL data, it creates what's called a raw domain, okay? So then it goes into the raw domain category. But then we have to normalize that domain so that it can search it across all these different verticals. And that's exactly what we do. We search it across the different verticals, and this is a good example of how it works. So the raw domain, and then it goes to the normalized URL, and then it puts it into a workflow of finding emails and LinkedIn. So it uses several different lead data sourcing ways to find intent data. No email, no email, no email, boom. Okay, well, let's try this person. Boom, first try, we get the email address. Great, okay, so then it goes into, we have the email. And then from there, it's very simple because what I do is I create a custom Loom video and I just break down, I say, hey, I'm Sam, I saw this job post, my experience is X, Y, and Z. I can help you with this, this, and this. And I saw that you're hiring for this, but I think I can save you a lot of time and money. Here's how. And this works quite well for me. This is just one of my ways that I do client acquisition. But just think about the potential for these AI workflows inside of a tool like Clay if you actually know what you're doing. Okay, so this is a way that I have sped up my sales process by about 100%. And it has been extremely, extremely beneficial to me. A couple more things that you could do in here if you wanted to. You could enrich this data further. You could pull their 3 latest job posts on LinkedIn. What are they talking about? What are they interested in? And then I can take that data and I can put it into my outreach, because what's not working is mass outreach. I used to send probably 10,000 emails a week, and I could just basically print clients on autopilot. It doesn't work like that anymore. Now you have to build very specific solutions so that you can have very custom personalized outreach, or else it's just simply not going to work. Another really good tool for this is Gumloop. So if you go to Gumloop, I haven't done too much in this workspace, but you can scrape data from websites, you can build AI flows and automations. And then another one is Apify. So Apify is an extremely powerful tool for scraping and things like that. And so the point is, if you learn all of these different things, you can set up workflows. For example, Instagram post scraper. You can scrape Instagram comments. So maybe you put in your top 10 biggest competitors, you scrape comments, it feeds them into a workspace, or it feeds them into a spreadsheet. And from here, it distills the information that you need. So if you're scraping Instagram comments from a competitor, this feeds into a flow into something like OpenAI. And you can set this up inside of N8N. And you can basically have it go from one step to another inside of N8N. And I'm scraping all this data about these comments, and then I'm putting it into ChatGPT, for example, and I'm saying, find the 3 most common replies and create 3 YouTube titles for me. And so from there, I can pull competitor data and I can put it, I basically am just automating a ton of research. I mean, you can think about it, that would take hours potentially. So whether you're talking about sales flows or research, market research, or comments, whatever the case might be, these type of flows are incredibly powerful when it comes to automating solutions and just speeding up your workflows. So I like Clay, I like N8N, I like Apify, I like Gumloop, I like Google Drive and spreadsheets. But all in all, this has sped up my process and workflow tremendously, and I'm confident that there is a workflow inside of your business that you're not taking advantage of. Maybe you're paying someone too much money to do too much manual labor. Maybe you're spending way too much time researching it or running finances or whatever the case might be. AI is amazing for automating manual work. It's amazing for speeding up productivity. And if you're not using it in your business, I think it's a huge mistake. So if you want to learn more about how to use AI in your business or just in your life, follow me and subscribe. And also feel free to book a call, because I provide a free audit, no selling, 30 minutes. Let's go through your business. Let's understand how we could potentially use AI to better solve your problems.